Last year, I built $120,000 in revenue in my first 2 months as an online coach. And I did it by doing these 3 things. I posted every day on Instagram with content that had maximum value to my niche. I did cold DM outreach, and I got a business mentor. I got a business mentor who was very specifically well-versed in the online space because I'd never really done online coaching properly before. This was my first 2 months as a full proper online health and fitness coach. Prior to that, I'd been a personal trainer for about 2.5 years. Now, whilst I don't think you necessarily need a mentor, it definitely helped me because I had no idea where to start. So it definitely gave me the ability to know what I was doing would 100% work and allowed me to build up fast because I had all of the necessary strategy as well as the guidance to actually make sure I was doing the right thing and focusing on the right things. I mainly use Instagram and a little bit of Facebook to do all of my posting, and this allowed me to actually build up a brand and showcase what I had to offer. This is a huge part of organic marketing. So I would make posts that answered questions that were relative to my niche, and as I was providing value to them by answering questions that they had, I was building up trust with them as well as expanding the number of people who could see me through things like Instagram Reels. So I did that every day as well as sorting out my Instagram profile to make it easy just for people to see what I do. At the time, I did the classic, I help men between this age, that age, and I'd figured out my niche and all that with my mentor and his program. Nowadays, I probably wouldn't set things up that way because everyone's doing that. I would find a unique way that showcases your personality and says what you do without sounding the same as everyone else. By building my own personal brand on Instagram, I allowed people to have a place to see all of the things that I had to offer, as well as the results I could get them and the journey I could take them on. So very value focused for all of the posting there. Nowadays, I have a bit more of an in-depth content strategy. This is just what I did at the time. It doesn't even have to be crazy well thought through. I just trusted what I'd been told and ran with it. Cold outreach. Now, this is the biggest one that allowed me to build up to the 120,000 a year within that 2 months. Like, to build up fast, this was huge. Because of the fact that I didn't have a brand up to this, I was just doing personal training. I didn't like posting that much on Instagram. I honestly didn't think online coaching could be that helpful, but my wife showed me that, yeah, you can actually do this and really help people that are in need. And if you have this option, you can help people even better. So DM or cold outreach on Instagram had 2 main benefits for me. One, I could get people into my circle to see my profile and actually see what I was about because I didn't have much of a brand to start with. So that allowed my brand or my page to grow relatively quickly. As well as that, it actually allowed me to start making sales or start increasing my revenue straight away because of the fact that I was reaching out to people and bringing them in towards me to see if they were the right fit and if what I had to offer would actually help them. As a result, this also helped me to build up a lot of skills in a very short period of time. I got to learn to prospect, which I see as essentially just talking to people, building that relationship and seeing if I can help. And of course, sales. Jumping on a lot of sales calls, learning to develop that skill, pinpointing where I may have gone wrong, what I could have done better, was huge for developing my ability to actually sell and get people who wanted to work with me to work with me. So I would message 50 people a day, every day that fit within my niche and just start a conversation with them. What I specifically did was I went to a gym's Instagram profile and followed new followers, started up a conversation. Hey, I've seen that you go to this gym. Do you train there too? And just made sure to not be pushy or salesy with it. Just genuinely approach it as, hey, I'm just getting to know you because I don't even know if what I have is the right fit for you. As a result, all the questions for the prospecting were catered towards finding out more about them, not just jumping straight into, hey, I have this great thing, because I don't know if it'll actually be great for them. And the reason I did 50 a day every day was just because that was the maximum that Instagram would let me do. I tried to push to 100, but because of the limit at the time, it was like 100 profile interactions a day. So a follow plus a message capped me out. It's funny looking back as well, because at the time, what my mentor had set out was his minimum was like 5 people a day, every single day, 5 days of the week. And I just assumed everybody else in the mentorship was doing more than this. So I was like, I'm going to max out and push it to as many as I could. Looking back, I don't think everyone was really doing this, but I think that was huge for giving me an advantage to just be able to grow quickly and obtain those skills very quickly too. So that's how I did it. I don't really do too much of the cold outreach side of things nowadays, but I do interact with people and shoot them messages just to say hi. It's just a different strategy really, but I still see a lot of value in using the cold outreach side of things, especially if you have no brand like myself to start with. They're all just strategies. Hope this has helped, and please let me know if you have any questions. Bye.